In last video, we have seen problems related to the deployment of wireless sensor network. To identify these problems, testings are carried out at each stage. In this lecture, we will discuss general testing and validation issues in wireless sensor network. Testing is required for an effective performance of application or a product. It is important to ensure that application should not result in any failures. Whatever the purpose of an application or the target of a study, there are several testing methodologies applicable to wireless sensor networks. The main principle of testing and validation is to implement the application in several steps, which may increase the complexity of the testing environment. We will understand this with the help of flowchart. Flowchart shows the typical life cycle of the application. The implementation process itself is divided into 5 steps. First step is to start on a paper with theoretical models to validate the general ideas and algorithms. In second steps, we have to proceed with the implementation and simulate the systems. Third step is to increase the complexity by moving from simulation a test-bed deployment. Fourth one is further stress the system by introducing a real-world properties in a test development. And finally, you should be ready to face the normal operations of the system in its final deployment stage. The above steps can be taken one by one or by skipping some of them for testing the network. However, skipping any of them either makes the next steps more complex or do not sufficiently stress test the system and thus does not prove that it is ready for operation. Next, we will discuss the previous life cycle steps in detail. To render the discussion more concrete and realistic, a simple application is considered, and we will take the example of WINAD monitoring. Figure shows the typical structures of WINE and the WINAD. WINAD monitoring is one of the most classical examples of sensor network monitoring. The goal is to reduce water irrigation and to predict or discover vine sickness as soon as possible. This not only minimizes cost of growing the vines through less water usage, but also enables organic growth with low usage of pesticides. Sensors used include air temperature, it may be air humidity, solar radiations, air pressure sensors, soil moisture sensors, leaf moisture sensors, ultraviolet radiation sensors, rain sensors, and anemometer, which is used to detect the wind. The sensors are typically spread over a large area of WINAD and deliver the information to an external database in which the information is processed by spatial environmental models. The targeted deployment here is depicted in the figure. The sink is a bit further away in small house. Each of these sensors in the WINAD is expected to gather data for humidity, temperature, and solar radiation etc. for every 5 minutes. You can assume that these are the requirements from the WINAD's owner, and your task is to design and deploy the network as systematically as possible. Designer must analyze these requirements. The main goal of the requirements analysis is to ensure that you understand the application, the environment in which it will be running, and expectation of the users. In this case, the user is the owner of the WINAD who is probably not a technician. However, he or she is an expert in the field of growing and producing wines and expects the new system to simplify and supports his or her work. In order to find out how your future application will implement the proposed application, you need to ask several questions and carefully analyze the environment. The question you need to ask can be divided into 4 categories. The first one is the environment, then lifetime and energy, third one is the data, and finally the user expectation. Let us see it in detail one by one. Analyzing the environment is probably the most challenging and the blurry task. You need to analyze the weather and its fluctuations, surrounding flora and the fauna, expected interference, and the topology of the site itself. Weather. The vineyard owner would like to use the sensor network throughout the whole year, even in winter. The owner suspects that the temperature and the humidity during the winter impacts the quality of wines in the next season maybe. Assume that the vineyard itself is situated in the region where the temperature may changes from -20 degrees Celsius in the winter, may happens rarely, but it happens, up to the 50 degrees Celsius in the summer time. If we consider the parameter like humidity for such a changes in temperature, we can say that all variations from 0 to 100% can be expected. Furthermore, snowward rain are typical for the winter and springs and may last for several days in a row. Full snow coverage is possible for extended periods of time. This data is best obtained from the metallurgical solutions near the deployment sites. And thus, packaging of nodes needs to be very robust and the hardware itself needs to be tested in extreme conditions. Another environmental conditions that we have to focus is the flora, that is the plant life. During the normal year life cycle, the flora at the deployment site will appear and disappear. In winter, almost nothing will be left, while in the summertime, the vines will be growing. However, you can expect that no other abundant vegetation will be present, such as big bushes or big trees, as those impact the growth of the vine. Thus, it is important that nodes should not be buried under the leaves and should have a similar microclimate around them. Next problem is the fauna. The vineyard is often and not protected from wild animals or dogs. Domestic animals such as cows or sheep are not expected. Therefore, packaging needs to be robust against the wild animals too. So when we talk about the interference in terms of the wireless devices, wireless networks may be installed for personal use in the vineyard. However, hiking paths are situated close by, and interference from various Bluetooth or wireless devices can grow during high hiking season. Communications should be carefully tested under high interference, and channel with low interference should be selected for deployment of the network so that interference will be reduced. Topology restrictions are also there. If the vineyard is situated on a slope, it must be accessible from all sides. However, in case of a big rocks that may be situated in the middle of it, where the several vines may be missed. So, to minimize the topology restrictions, no sensor nodes can be placed on the rock directly, and thus communication around the rocks needs to be carefully tested. Other problem is related to the security concerns, that is the physical security or the cyber security. As we know that hackers typically do not enter the WINAD, but it still happens many times. The hacking paths are also close to a cyber attacks are not, and it is not impossible, and robust installation is required therefore, and which does not allow easy removal or the displacement of nodes, which can improve the physical security. Existing systems. Very often existing systems can leveraged for a new sensor network. For example, in the WINAD you see a sophisticated irrigation system which spans the complete area. In short, the WINAD application is not extremely challenging, especially because it is easily accessible and weather conditions are not extreme. More extreme environments such as the glaciers or the volcanoes requires special measures. Now let us see analyzing lifetime and energy requirement. You need to understand for how long this installation is supposed to work. Expected lifetime of the wireless sensor network should be long enough. If we take the example of WINAD, the WINAD owner need at least 2 years of data. The longer is always better. So maintenance opportunities are there. The owner is regularly checking his vines approximately once a week, which will give you an opportunity to exchange batteries at least once every 1 or 2 months. Additionally, since the WINAD is publicly accessible, you can easily enter and test the system without the help of owner. Solar batteries are good options, and sun is abundant on the WINAD even in the winter periods. Given the extended total lifetimes, they are probably the better and cheaper options, and therefore whenever you are going to select the energy source, so solar batteries are the good choice. Analyzing the required data is the essential steps. Sensory data includes temperature, humidity, atmospheric pressure, wind speed, rainfall, solar radiations, and ultraviolet radiations. These are typically for agriculture monitoring and are all low data rate sensors. The tolerated delay for the data is quite high in winter when no vines are growing and the data gathering is only happening for statistical purposes. In this period, even days and weeks are acceptable. However, during the vine growing periods, the delay is approximately 15 to 20 minutes, so that the sensor networks can be directly attached to the irrigation control. Now let us see the precision and accuracy. The precision of the data is expected to be normal. For example, 1 degree Celsius for temperature, 1 degree Celsius, 1% for the humidity is acceptable. The data accuracy should be quite high, meaning is the sensor readings should not be collaboratively pre-processed to assure that no faulty readings are sent to the user. Time precision is also important. Time is a crucial issue for wireless sensor networks because the hardware typically does not have a real-time clocks. Thus, you need to understand what the application's requirements are and how much attention you should give to time synchronization. In the WiNAD, as in almost any other WSN application, the time is very important. The time precision, however, is rather coarse, and a precision of several seconds to even a minute is acceptable. Locality of data plays an important role in the wireless sensor network applications. This requirement refers to the question of whether you need to know exactly where the data comes from or whether this is not important. For the WiNAD, it is important to know whether the data comes from node 1 or it may be from node 51. As the irrigation systems will start watering and the watering around the node, for other applications, example proximity recognition between two peoples, it is not important to know where the locations of people are. Only important is that they are close to each other. Such applications are called the application location agnostics. Now look at the analyzing user expectations. User expectations are very important because we are developing the network for the user. The WiNAD owner has a great plans for this installation and would like to better understand the topology of the WINE fields and which subfields deliver the best results. The owner would like to lower the use of water and pesticides and even attempt to transfer the organic productions. Furthermore, the owner would like to include later other sensors such as chemical sensors, biological sensors to early identify problems and the sickness. Currently, testing the system is one of his fields is of interest, but optimally the owner would like to extend the installation to all fields and have all data in one place. Thus, scalability and extendability are important requirements that are best taken into account early.